Hello everyone, welcome to this ADRE 2.0 skill series. A2 series আমি various mock discuss করিম. So every day I will be uploading one mock videos, and at the end I will be sharing two similar mocks for your practice. One will be of your HS level and another will be of your degree level. Now the important thing, so A2 mock আপনার replica হয় that you can expect in your exam. Same thing I have tried to replicate, like 3 sections are there for Excel, word processing and PowerPoint. আৰু মই মাৰ্ক ডিষ্ট্ৰিবিউশ্যনটো কাইণ্ড অফ চিমিলাৰ টাইপত ট্ৰাই কৰিছোঁ যোনটো আপোনালোকে এক্সামত এক্সপেক্ট কৰিব পাৰে. নাও মুভিং এহেড, কিয় মক ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়? মক ইজ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট জাষ্ট টু ৰিয়েলাইজ হাউ মাছ গুড ইউ আৰ, অৰ লাইক হোৱাট আৰ দ্য থিংছ দেট ইউ হেভ কভাৰ্ড, ক'ত আপোনালোকে লেক কৰি আছে, সেইবোৰ এনালাইচিছৰ কাৰণে মক বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়. এগেইন দ্য প্ৰেক্টিছ মক দেট আই উইল বি শ্বেয়াৰিং, মেক চিয়'ৰ আপোনালোকে ছেইম টাইম বাউণ্ড দিব, যে এক্সামত যোনটো টাইম পাব সেইটো টাইমৰ এটা ষ্টপ ৱাচ বা এলাৰ্ম এটা লগাই মেলি then try to solve that particular mock. Now let's start. First thing is the instruction to the candidates. Kike instructions diya ase apnaloke sabo pare. This paper contains 3 sections. First section A, B and followed by C. Section A is of Excel that contain 10 marks, followed by word processing that is of 10 marks, then the PowerPoint presentation that is of 5 marks. That means total of 25 marks. Perform all the tasks as per the instruction given in the sections. আমি জানো এইটো. দেন মেইনটেইন একুৰেচি এণ্ড এডেঞ্চেছ, লাইক যোনটো আপোনাৰ স্পেচ ফৰ্মেটিং, এলাইনমেণ্ট, ফৰ্মুলা, ফিল্ড ইনষ্ট্ৰাকশ্যন দিয়া থাকিব. ইউ হেভ টু ৰেপ্লিকেট ডেট এজ ইট ইজ. ডু নট মডিফাই দ্য কণ্টেণ্ট আনলেছ এক্সপ্লিচিটলি ইনষ্ট্ৰাক্টেড. লাইক যদি ক'ৰবাত আপোনালোকে দেখি আছে যে ইয়াতে কমা হ'ব বা ছাম চেণ্টেন্স ইজ ৰং গ্ৰামাটিকেলি অৰ ছামথিং, বাট ষ্টিল কিপ ইট এজ ইট ইজ. ডোণ্ট ট্ৰাই টু লাইক কাৰেক্ট দেট ফ্ৰম your end until and unless it's not mentioned in the question. Question যদি explicitly mention কৰা আছে যে grammatical mistakes বোৰ আপোনালোকে correct কৰিব লাগে or add the proper punctuation and all, then you can go for it. But যদি mention নাই, then don't do it. Strictly don't do it. Next, marks will be awarded for correct data entry, use of appropriate formulas and functions, formatting consistency, then accurate output as per the instructions. Pretty simple. তাৰপিছত spelling errors, make sure agar question not spell like the question that they have given jodi tat spelling error ase, then keep it as it is, but don't make any error from your end. Incorrect formulas, we know that. Improper formatting, that's also known. Then missing element will result in deduction of marks. Pretty simple, we know all of this. Next, final output should reflect proper structure in the word, correct calculation and layout in Excel, professional and complete slides in PowerPoint. It's pretty simple. Then some important notes to the candidate that you can go through. Now let's start up with the question. The first question, as we know, is from section A, that is of Excel, containing 10 marks. Sounds Excel question to kidiya se. Great. So this is the question. Now again, let me clarify. A2 question or main motive is to highlight all the small things that might go wrong during your exam. Okay, so watch the video carefully. মই যত সৰু সৰু টিপছ দিম যোনটো আপোনালোকে মিছ আউট কৰি যাব পাৰে ডিউৰিং your exam. Okay, আৰু এইটো লিড কৰিব আপোনাৰ ইম্প্ৰপাৰ ৰিজাল্টলৈ. So let us start. So this is the question. First thing, you have to write it as it is in your Excel sheet. So for time constraint, what I did, I have already prepared the chart, or you can say I have already prepared the thing. I have everything over here. So আপোনালোকে এইটো কৰি ল'ব. Whatever they will give in the question, just try to type it as it is. Now moving to the next question. First is insert a new column after name and name it as district and enter Borpeta for all the students. So at a new column add কৰিব লাগিব ক'ত? After name. So after name পিছত যদি মোক নিউ কলম লাগে মই কি কৰিম? ইংলিছটো সিলেক্ট কৰিম, ইনসাৰ্ট কৰিম. সো আপোনালোকে চাব ইংলিছৰ বিফোৰ or after name. So the name of that particular column should be district and the values should be Borpeta. And it should be replicate for all. So I'll be using autofill to fill those values. Now calculate total marks using the formula. So total marks ama calculate koribo lage student or karone. let's say total is sum of, I will select all of this, that will give me the total. So then what I will do, I will simply autofill it, automatically it will fill for all. So just to make it look good, what I will do, I will make it bold. Okay, let it be, as it's not instructed in the question. Next thing, calculate percentage up to 2 decimal places. আমাক এতিয়া কি কৰিব লাগিব, percentage calculate কৰিব লাগিব up to 2 decimal places, right? So here I will give percentage up to 2 decimal places. So I'm formatting to change equal. So for that, what I will do, I will select it, I will go to format, autofit column width, format, autofit row height. So automatically it will adjust it. Now percentage, we know the formula for percentage is average. I can go with average of all this 3, that will give me the percentage. Okay, coming pretty good, but 2 decimal places look at I for 74 it's 74.25, for 64 it's only 64 because 64 পিছত কি আছে 0.00. now আমি general mistake কি কৰো, আমি generally কি কৰো, এটো select কৰো, we go here, we choose percentage লাগে, so we will go for percentage. But once you do so, you will see that percentage has changed. So percentage is 7425. that means it's by default multiplying the value. If you see it value asile, by default it's multiplying the value with 100 and then converting it to percentage, right? So at additional 100 multiply ho jase amari ate. So for that, what we will do, from our end we'll make sure we divide it by 100. We have divided it by 100. now we'll go for percentage. As you can see, now the percentage is pretty good. Next thing, they have mentioned explicitly the decimal places should be up to 2 decimal places. So I will go here, number formatting mein, then here you can see decimal places. By default it's 2. Jodi question or demand ase 3, 4, 5, 6, based on question need you can change. Okay, so as of now I'm keeping it as 2. Jonto question diya ase, and I will hit OK, and it's done. Now the next thing is create a column called grade using the following rule. So eto amar rule diya ase, eto rule or basis to amake eta column create koribo lage, that is of grade. now I will create a column as grade, and ki ase, if it's greater than or more than 80 then A, if it is more than or between 80 to 70 then it's B, and if it's between 60 to 70 then it's C, and it's between 45 to 60 then it's D, else like if it's less than 45 then it's F. So etu karne amar so duta option ase, either we can go ahead with if condition, if else, multiple ifs or nested if, or what we can do, we can use IFS. So for now I will be going ahead with IFS eto column, if it is greater than 80 then A, if it is greater than 70 then B, same goes for this, greater than 70 then it's B, then again if it is greater than 60 then C, if it is greater than 60 then C, then if it is greater than 45 then it's the D, if it is greater than 45 tete to D, নহলে if it is less than 45 then it is F. now so formula looks pretty good, formula to lagi ase correct hoy. For the first time when we will see, we think yeah it's correct, but what will happen if I hit enter? Jete I enter hit korim, I am getting F. eja manhor confusion hoy jabo je F to kyo ahi ase, although the formula looks correct, although everything is correct, still we are getting F. So if I populate it, autofill hokoloboro karne F ahi ase. What could be the possible reason for that? The main reason is, as you can see, আমি compare kori aso I2 column logot, or let's say this field. So this field is in percentage, and when we are comparing it with normal value. So for that, what we need to do, we need to use percentage. If it is more than 80%, 70%, 60%, 45%, and if it is less than 45%. Now if I hit enter and again if I use autofill, now you can see it properly correctly populate hoise. So make sure it apnaloke monot thobo jetia apnaloke percentage logot compare kori ase, you have to use percentage. If it is a character, you have to use proper character for that. Now next question that is given, use conditional formatting to highlight F grade student in red. Juntu student F by say we have to highlight that using conditional formatting. Okay, did I did any mistake? So we don't have any field with F if I'm not wrong. So probably I will change some student mark. Okay, we made a mistake over here. So it should be this, not that. Okay, so mistakes ki hoisile ami duta row select kori disilu, that's why the grades are coming different. So as I can see, we have a student with F, but we have to highlight that column, entire column we have to highlight. So everything should be red like that. So manually we can do it. As of now we have one student, so manually we can do it, but jetia student count to barhi jabo, let's say as of now only 10 students are there, but what if it's 100, 50, tetia difficult ho jabo amar karne to kora. What if they already gave you a sheet containing 100 or 500 student and you have to do it, tetia problem ho jabo eto. For that we need to use conditional formatting. Okay, now conditional formatting to all of ipine hole bostu to completely change ho jabo. So I will try to cover the scenarios, what could be the possible reasons why your conditional formatting is not working. So first thing, so the time conditional formatting logao, generally what we do, we select the range first thing. Okay, so we have selected the range, conditional formatting, set a new rule, use a formula, cell. Now for example I am doing it like that. I have selected it. If it is equals to F, new for rule, we have to make it red. Now entire row karne lage, so I mean dollar to atorai dim row pora. Now if I hit OK, apne sabo why A2 highlight hoye ase instead of F. So what could be the reason for that, what error we are making? So apne log gom pabala hai ke again another mistakes that we do while applying conditional formatting. First thing you have seen, I mean conditional formatting lo also, but A column to highlight hoise, although the formula was for F. At the end I will specify what was the error that we were doing, but for the first time let us see aru ki mistakes kori hobe. Second mistakes, first time I have selected the entire range, second time I'm selecting the entire range, but the numbers I'm selecting, again going for conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula, same, looks like everything is correct, equals to F, new for rule. Okay, now it's working fine. Next thing, again same thing, conditional formatting, new rule, formula to determine, again let's say this, delete equals to F, formula red. Okay, now again it's selecting A instead of F. So now the correct way of applying conditional formatting is you have to select the entire range to select koribo, click on conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula to determine. Now here jete apnalage choose koribo, format the values where the formula is true. Always ami A2 column basis ot kori asu, so I have to choose the first complete range of our first entry for that particular range. First entry to apnalage select koribo, that is the grade, and have to apply the formula there, equals to F, and color let's say red. Okay, and okay. Now I can see it's working properly. So make sure jeti apnaloke conditional formatting apply koribo, select the entire range, then যোনটো কলমত এপ্লাই কৰি আছে conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula to determine. Now new rule ot apnaloke যোনটো কলমত add কৰি আছে, as of now for grade equals to f we are applying. So let's say for grade equals to b, we want to make it as green, for example. It's not given in the question, just for your understanding I am saying যদি grade to b হয় তেতিয়া আমাক এই row to green কৰিব লাগে. So I will choose grade. So first entry I have to choose from the range that I have selected. So grade choose korlo, delete, equals to b, tete ami to ki korim format, will make it as green, okay, and then okay. Now you can see b bor green hoye goise. This is the correct way of applying conditional formatting. So as of now I'll remove that one. I will just keep the f as red that is given in our question. So eto hoy gol. Next thing is create a pivot table showing the number of students in each grade. Each grade ot kiman student ase hetok amak show koribo lage using pivot table. For pivot table, as we know, the data should be continuous. That is data majot ekko, let's say if I insert a new row, so it will not work. Data majot inconsistency aayi goise. New row, blank row is the inconsistency. So if we create a pivot table, so pivot table to iman khini data re hobo, directly it will not happen. So if we want entire data to be selected, we need to manually select it, and then we need to create the pivot table. So make sure your data is continuous. So jikono cell ot apnaloke highlight kori thobo pare, go to insert and choose for pivot table. যেটা আমরা চুজ করব তেটা সব অটোমেটিক্যালি রেঞ্জ টু সিলেক্ট করে লিছে কন্টিনিউয়াস ডাটার, দিস ইজ দ্য রেঞ্জ ইটস সিলেক্টিং. নেক্সট থিং ইজ চুজ where you want the pivot table report to be replaced. So কোশ্চেনত যদি মেনশন কৰা আছে যে আপোনালোকে নিউ শীটত কৰিব লাগে, তেতিয়া মেক শিওর ইউ চুজ নিউ শীট এন্ড ডু ইট, or you go for existing worksheet ইয়াতে ক্লিক কৰিব and the cell where you want this, let's say here I want, and then click on okay. So এটা আপোনালোকৰ pivot table to create হৈ গল. Now question note কি দি আছে, কি লাগে আমাক pivot table ত, showing the number of student in each grade wise number of student I want. So again pivot table, I want grade. So if I drag it down, you can see grade. So আমাক grade লাগে and number of student. Now number of students কেনেকৈ পাম, ইয়াতে তো একো number of student নাই. So first thing, either we can choose a string value. Let's say I can go ahead with names, district, about string hoy, I can go ahead with them. So if I go for name, so by default it will show count of name. So 8 কেইজন আছে, 2 জন আছে, তো আপোনালোকে চাব পাৰে 8 2 জন আছে, এজন 2 জন. Similarly beat এজন 2 জন and 3 জন, like that it's giving. So seems correct, but what if you don't have any field with string value? String মানে যেনেকৈ নেম হৈ গ'ল বা পেটা হৈ গ'ল, এইবোৰ string হয়, character field. So যদি না থাকে তেতিয়া কি হ'ব, তেতিয়া you can choose for any other field. Let's say if I go for total, but ইয়াতে কি দি আছে, এর sum of total দি আছে. Or if I go for roll number, let's say for example roll number, I am removing the total, okay, roll number, by default it's choosing as sum of roll numbers, not the count of roll numbers. So আমাক count লাগে, so we will click here, field value setting, instead of sum we need to choose count and then click okay. Now as you can see, count of roll numbers that have A, B, C, D and F, like that. Now again yata row label ase, we want to make it as grades, by default we can do, but count of roll number student directly we can't change, like how we have changed grade, double click kori, count of student is not possible to change like that. So for that what we need to do, click koribo, yate ahi jabo eneke, then yate instead of count of student I can give the alias number of students and I will click okay. Now as you can see, grade A B C D E F and the number of students are 2 3 1 3 and 1, and the total student is 10 that is required in the question. Now final marksheet.xls ot apnaloke save koribo pare. So save it, you know how to save it. file, save as. So you have to select where you want to save যোনটো আপোনাৰ কোৱেশ্যনত দিয়া থাকিব. So let's say for the time being I am going for ADRE mock, and here the name they have given, keep it as it is. Okay, Excel workbook, and save it. Now it's done, it's been saved. Now if you go here, we go to ADRE mock, as you can see our Excel sheet has been saved properly. That is the final mark sheet. Hopefully we are done with the Excel one. Now we'll move into the next, that is our section B is of Word, and it is pretty important. Hura mistakes ami koi do Word. So let's see. First thing is you are given a draft letter, at a letter diya ase by the principal of Cotton University Guwahati. The letter is addressed to the DC Kamrup Metro requesting permission to organize a career counseling seminar. So diya ase as of now apnaloke to type koribo lagibo examot, but for time constraint I am just copying it and pasting it as it is. So I will open up Word. I will start up with the blank canvas, and then yate moi paste kori dim data to jonto moi just copy korisu. I'm pasting it. So it's done. Now let us solve each and every question that they have mentioned. First thing is format the letter in block format. Now মানুহৰ general mistakes কি হয় যেতিয়া block formatত কিবা বস্তু লব দিয়ে আমি ভাবো block means bold, we want to make it as bold. So general mistake people do is block দিয়া আছে, we'll make it bold. No, that's not correct. Block or meaning to bold নহয়. Make sure that block or meaning to bold নহয়. Block or meaning কি হ'ব? Block generally specify three things. First thing is আপোনাৰ যোনটো টেক্সট আছে কমপ্লিট টেক্সটটো লেফট এলাইনড হ'ব লাগিব. তাৰপিছত একো ইনডেন্টেশ্যন, দ্যাট মিনছ কোনো এক্সট্ৰা হোৱাইট স্পেচেছ থাকিব নালাগে পেৰাগ্ৰাফৰ ষ্টাৰ্টিঙত বা এণ্ডিঙত. অ'কে, আৰু ইচ এণ্ড এভৰি পেৰাগ্ৰাফ শুড বি ছেপাৰেটেড বাই ওৱান নিউ লাইন. So let's see what that mean. So যোনটো আমাৰ টেক্সট আছে we have to select everything. We have to make sure it is left aligned. As of now, as you can say, left aligned, center aligned, right aligned. It should be left aligned. Next thing is extra spaces থাকিব নালাগে. Extra spaces mean যেনেকৈ আপোনাৰ suppose for example ইয়াতে আপোনাৰ এনেকৈ আছে. So it's not in the block format. Extra spaces নাথাকিব. So you have to delete that extra space that is there. Okay. Next thing, for each paragraph there should be single line or eta apnar new line thakibo lagibo. So let me properly format it first. So apnaloke sabo pare eto amar eta considering at one paragraph I will put one new line, considering this as new paragraph one new line. Similarly this thing is done. So apnaloke sabo pare each and every paragraph jonto moi consider korchu tar tolat moi eta new line disu kyo, because it is mentioned as block format. Next thing, update the font to Times New Roman, size 12, set the line spacing to 1.5. So complete যোনটো আমাৰ document আছে এটুক আমাক কি কৰিব লাগিব Times New Roman ত লব লাগিব. Times New Roman font should be 12, font is 12, or আপোনালোকে ইয়াতে directly type কৰিব পাৰে 12. That's completely fine. And then line spacing is 1.5 as they have mentioned. It is 1.5. আপোনালোকে চাব পাৰে. Next thing is replace all the instances of career with career and skill development. যিমান career আছে careerক আমাক কিহেদি replace কৰিব লাগিব career and skill development. So for that we have a option in Word. The option is find and replace. আৰু এটো short key হল control hold কৰি কেনে আপোনালোকে h2 দবাব লাগিব. control h তেতিয়া আপোনালোকে কি যাব find and replace আই যাব. Now what we need to find, they have given over here, that is we have to take career ক আমাক কিহেদি replace কৰিব লাগিব career should be replaced by career and skill development. So career ক মই career আৰু skill development দি replace কৰি দিম. So I have done that. So options you will be getting replace the all, find next and cancel. আমাক কি কৰিব লাগিব সকলোবোৰ কেৰিয়াৰ we have to replace it with career and skill development, so I will choose replace all. So as you can see, all done. We made 3 replacements, so total 3টা career বুলি লিখা আছিলে যোনটো আমি চেঞ্জ কৰি কেনে career and skill development লৈ কনভাৰ্ট কৰি দিছোঁ. so আপোনালোকে চাব পাৰে য'ত career আছিলে now that has been changed to career and skill development. Same goes for this one, where careers and skill development parts, like that. So now add the subject in bold and underline it. So our subject ase etok amak bold koribo lagibo and we have to underline it. For that I will choose the subject. Yet apnaloke sabo B option ase that will make it bold, or you can use your keyboard as control B and then underline control U, or you can click the U over here, so it will make it bold and underline the same thing. Next thing is insert a header. Header ki dibo lage amak Cotton University Guwahati. So this is the header that we want to give, so I'm just copying it. I will go here, I'm a word jump, then we have to insert the header, so I will go to the insert section here, header, blank header, and the text that they have given, that is Cotton University Guwahati, and now I will close it. So header to add hoy gol. Next question, insert footer. Footer to amak ki lage page number bottom center and document title left. Document title to left thakibo lagibo aru page number to kot thakibo lagibo bottom center. Okay, document title to ki document title jonto ami save kori asu, this is our document title, so I have choose it. Now again insert footer blank de dilu, and what we need page number bottom of the page where we want it to be at the center, page number at center, and then so either we can go ahead with this and the document title, and I will close it. As you can see, document title at the left and the page number at the center. Next thing, add a bullet list in the body showing 3 benefits of seminar. Body amak 3টা benefit of seminar show koribo lagibo using what, using bullet list. So let's see, body golu, we'll add it over here, opportunity available after graduations. Or you can directly add it, so it's better not to mention anything as they have mentioned, just to add the bullet points. So I will add the bulletins. Let's say resume building sessions, guest talk by industry experts and personal, let's say mentoring. Okay, so it's done. Now you can see that resume, the spelling is wrong. I have kept it wrong by choice or by intention. Why? Just to showcase the next question, that is showcase this question. Okay, so we'll come to this later. First thing, insert today's date using date and time field, and it should be auto updated. So we want to add today's date. Why I want to add it? Let's say here after this I want to add the date, so my cursor should be here jot moi add koribo bisaru, then go to insert. In insert tab you will find date and time, click on that. Now kuntu formator lage apnaloke choose koribo pare, let's say to formator moi loi asu, and make sure auto update boli di ase, so auto update is ticked. Jodi mention na thake you can keep it as it is, but make sure auto update is clicked or ticked, and then hit OK. Now this is the date and time, and it will auto update. Kalio jodi apnaloke ahi kene eto kobat save kori thise and you reopen it, you will see tomorrow's date instead of today's date. Next thing is check and correct the grammar and spelling using built-in tools. So built-in tool use kori kena ama grammar or spelling check koribo lage. Okay, for that what we need to do, you need to go to review tab. Review tab what apnalage yata sabo spelling and grammar, click over there. So first thing, Kamrup Metro Assam, it's not in the dictionary, right? but we know it's correct, so we will ignore ones. Next thing is resume building. So ইয়াতে আপোনালোকে চাব suggestions কি আছে, resume, so we will choose resume. And then this one, doctor, we will ignore it. So all done, ignore all. Okay, so we are done with everything. Now let's see what they have mentioned. Now the next thing is save it as seminal letter cotton.doc. So you have to save it as it is. So I'm just copying the name, going over here, so file, save as. So I will browse where I want to save it. Let's say on here I will save it as the name they have given, seminal letter cotton, and save it as that is. So it's saved. Now if you go over here, so if I close it again, you will go, so you will see it's there. So we are done with our word question as well. Now moving on to the next one, that is our PowerPoint question. So PowerPoint question note ki diya ase section C, PowerPoint containing of 5 marks, but less but still important. So let's see what they have given. Create a new file as Assam culture tour.pptx. It opener file name hobo lagibo. First thing what I will do, I will create, or I will start my PowerPoint. Okay, so I will go with blank. I will save it for the first time. So where I will save it, I will browse it, desktop, same folder. They will mention you the folder where you want to save it, so you have to save it accordingly. Save code issue. Next thing, prepare a 3-slide presentation called culture tourism in Assam. Cultural tourism in Assam. So now slide 1, title slide with the title and your name, apply background theme. So I'm gonna first title slide banabo lagibo. So I am going over here. So the title is, let's say, cultural tourism in Assam, and then I have to give my name. Let's say presented by, I'm giving my name. So I have given it. Now the next thing they have mentioned is, so going to the question, next thing, apply a background theme of your choice, but make sure jonta apnalage background theme apply koribo hetu Microsoft or hobo lagibo. Okay, so I will go to design. So various themes yate ase, apnaloke choose koribo pare based on or like jonto theme question to satisfy kori ase. So I'm going with this one. So it amar hoy gol first slide. Now moving into the next slide, what they have given is add 4 cultural attraction with SmartArt. Okay, I'm excited cultural attraction add koribo lage with SmartArts. So let's say the title I will choose as cultural attractions. New slide add koribo lai, click here, hit enter, new slide will be added. Let's say cultural attractions. So I'm just formatting it properly. Etia ama ki add koribo lage yate apnaloke sabo site ki dise. For example, this 4 only I am using that they have given. So this 4 আর আমি জানো স্মার্টার্টৰ কাৰণে আমাক কি থব লাগে বস্তুটো বুলেট পইণ্টছত থাকিব লাগে. If you have remember in the class we had discussed. So bullet point first, second, third and fourth. Now we want to make it as a SmartArt, so I will just choose convert to SmartArt. So আপোনালোকে ইয়াৰ পৰা choose কৰিব পাৰে based on your requirement. আপোনালোকে যোনটো ইচ্ছা এইটো choose কৰিব পাৰে. that you think best fit the question. Let's say for example I can go ahead with this. Let's see which one looks good. Okay, I think this one looks good, so more to choose code over. Okay, so we have added. Now let's see the next question. Next question to kya slide 3 bar chart showing the tourist football in this places dummy values with labels. Okay, let's say tourist football team ase jonto dummy value to apnaloke yate show koribo lage. For example, for the just for the time sake I have used this Excel. For example my bonai thodi, so I will use this one. So jodi apnalok question mentioned nai, then you can go ahead with any dummy values. Most probably they will mention, but still if they don't mention, go ahead with any dummy values from your choice, but make sure that dummy value is logical. Illogical value apnaloke nahi dibo, just logical fields you can use. Okay, let's say title I will add football. Now what we need, we want to insert chart. Okay, I'm going ahead with column chart. Okay, as soon as I hit OK, আপোনালোকে চাব যে এটা এক্সেল ইয়াৰ ৰেসপেক্টিভৰ এক্সেল শীট ইহঁতে ওপেন কৰি দিব. So we want our data to be populated over here. আমাৰ data দিছো আমি, right? So we want this to be over here. এইবোৰ আমাক নালাগে, so I will delete it. Attraction is also not required, I will delete it, and we are done. So if you go here, so it amar chart to ahi goise. But did they mention anything in the question? Okay, with labels, what does label means? With label mane apnalok proper label use koribo lagibo ate. Label as in x axis, y axis. So yata title to moi change kori di asu. Let's say add a chart element, title, primary axis we have to add, followed by horizontal and vertical axis. So yate moi attractions, and then eto hoy jabo amar visitors in likes. So our chart or title dilo jo moi attractions versus visitors. And we are good with this. Now before closing it, make sure you save it. So for that already আমি ফার্স্ট হতে ফাইলটো সেভ কৰি লৈছিলোঁ, সেভ এজ বনাই লৈছোঁ. So that for the timing we have to just save it to populate the changes in the file. So we are done. So we are done. Next thing is add slide animation wipe to all the slides and fly in animation to the SmartArt. আমাক এনিমেশন ইউজ কৰিব লাগিব. স্লাইডছৰ কাৰণে কি এনিমেশন ইউজ কৰিব দিছে আপোনালোকে চাব পাৰে. The animation is wipe. It's for slide. So যেতিয়া আমি স্লাইডৰ কাৰণে কোনোবা এনিমেশন বা কিবা এড কৰোঁ সেইটোক আমি ট্ৰানজিশন বুলি কোৱা হয়. So for slides we have to choose the transition. Transition to ki hobo wipe. Same I have to apply for all. As soon as I apply apnaloke sabo yate eta star mark aise, that means the transition has been applied. Again wipe, transition applied hoye gise. Aru etur karone SmartArt karone ama ki add koribo dise, animation eta add kori dise. That is the animation, and the animation is fly in, and we are done. Eto apnaloke sabo 1 mark, that is the animation number. Now I will save it. Again file, save. Make sure you save it as soon as you are done jate changes bor saved ho jay properly. Now just for visualization apnaloke slide show kori ebar sabo pare. Let's say from beginning if I choose, so first slide, second slide, third slide, and we are done. So we are done with all the questions. So hopefully apnalok bhal lagile, apnaloke notun kiba bostu hikibo pale. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, or you can comment if you really enjoyed it, or apnaloke jodi kiba beleg eta topic or video lage then also you can mention, or if you have find something, or if you have doubt in understanding anything, please do comment as well. And moreover, যেনেকৈ মই মেনশ্যন কৰিছোঁ at the beginning, we will share 2 mock questions. So I'll be sharing the mock question in our group. যোনে যোনে গ্ৰুপ জইন কৰা নাই আপোনাৰ ডেছক্ৰিপশ্যনত লিংকটো পাই যাব গ্ৰুপ জইন কৰাৰ. You can join the group. There you will find the mock questions that you can practice. Same mock will be of 2 category. One will be HS and another will be of degree level. But even if you're preparing for HS, go for the degree one. It's better to cover broader than what syllabus they have given. So thank you. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video, and see you in the next video.